Douglas. Goosebumps, 2015 Nostalgia Critic, channel awesome. Big fan of the Dougster. He's still champion in my heart.
Check us out at Grand Rapids Comic Con November 14th through the 16th. Hope to see you there.
I still have no idea what this intro is parodying. I got nothing. I have no idea. Call out the obscure reference if you understand it. It's a parody of your life growing up. And the, mysterious evil force in the window that gave me my powers. Iconic WCW Superstar 7. Douglas.
And then the ghost said, "And I will haunt you forever." Ah! Critic, you have to finish the ghost story.
The Fent dealer was not a mysterious evil force. His name was
It's like we're in a spooky 90s kid show.
Well, no kid shows in the 90s
Aquarius?
were spooky, so I have no interest.
Why do you have to be such a bummer about the creepy things that we grew up with?
Yeah, like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Or Erie, Indiana.
Or Goosebumps!
Oh, I loved Goosebumps.
I never
Remember
cared
Slappy
for
the Dummy?
Goosebumps,
Or
I'll
the
be
Dead
honest.
House.
Or the evil sponge! Critic, you could have been scared by an evil sponge.
Oh, just hearing the way you talk about it.
Like
scares me.
Aquarius.
What 90s kid didn't love Goosebumps?
This 90s kid.
Well, that's because you got too much 80s in you.
Yeah, Goosebumps was fun.
I guess it just wasn't the right age.
Not
for
too
it.
fond of
What do you
these humans
expect?
other
It's
than
still
Doug.
for kids.
They're fine.
Yeah, it's no Friday the 13th, but it's the most you could do given the age group.
I don't know. I don't think that's true.
Oh yeah? What's your idea of PG horror?
Would you wear the jacket he wears for
Flashlight.
Nostalgia Ween? If I could find a texture file for it, sure. So true! Some of these were before PG-13 was really a thing. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, Goosebumps just wasn't my thing.
I never got it.
That's
Never
not to say
understood.
there aren't a lot of good things that came from the series. The late 80s and early 90s was not a popular time for kids to read, so any book, let alone a franchise that made it cool, was something to be admired.
Back
I wouldn't
before
go
kids
so
were a
far
bunch
as
of
to say the
punk-ass
show
little
is
bitches.
So
So true.
bonkers, it's actually pretty fun in a campy way. And the spin-off series years later is legit pretty damn good. But aside from the Scary Stories collection, I just never found any of the stuff marketed as scary kid stories, well, scary as a kid. R.L. Stine should be congratulated for how he got so many young people into reading, but that doesn't mean I have to get into it myself. And it could very well be an age thing. I remember I have friends
Not because
that
it was
read
scary,
them and
because it
really
was
liked
gross and
them, but
disgusting. I just thought it was
felt like
lame.
Happy Meal Stephen King when the real Stephen King was right there.
And then
So
she
yes,
tears
I
up the
admire a lot of
costume,
what
and then
it
she
did.
wears
It
the
just
haunted
was
mask, and
never
then it
something
becomes
I
her
personally
face.
got into.
I remember.
So it's probably no surprise that I didn't get into the Goosebumps movie.
Another in the long list of why is Jack
You know,
Black in this?
2015, even if you're not a Goosebumps fan, you have to acknowledge this is a pretty good idea. The author of the stories keeps all its monsters and ghouls locked up in his books, and if the books are ever opened up, they escape. Again, feeding into the idea that you should read, because it can feel so real, it's like the stories are coming to life. It is really clever. It's also a pretty inventive excuse to get as many Goosebumps stories
Why is
in
Jack
there for
Black in
something
this?
called
Don't worry about
Goosebumps
it.
The movie,
It's
you
fine.
want to get as many as you
Don't
can.
ask
and
questions.
This was a smart
Ask
compromise.
no questions.
And while it looks like a lot of critics and audiences got into this film, I found it pretty underwhelming. Even if you take out that I didn't get into these stories as a kid, I still thought the premise could be really fun and imaginative, but most of the time it ends up just doing the bare minimum. And even when it does that, it does it in a very distractingly odd way at times. It's not an odd way that brings me into the strange world, it's more an awkward way that keeps me at a distance from getting into the strange world. It's not an awful movie, but it is one that has plenty of material to playfully mock, and that's what I'm gonna do today.
If anything was going to be ripe
So
for it.
let's wrap up Nostalgia Ween with a scary PG movie.
Hey, look, there's a movie called The Haunting. It's only rated G.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too intense.
There you go.
Let's take a look at Goosebumps the movie. The film opens with Sony Animation. I knew it. I knew Jack Black wasn't human. He's too poorly animated. As we see Zach, played by Dylan Minnette, and his mother Gail, played by Amy Ryan.
I'll be honest, I
doing
never
her
watched
down
this.
for her job
Never
as
went
vice
through
principal.
it. Never bothered.
Jack Black's forming a genre of kids' films about moving to a new place and wacky stuff happening, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And I looked into it. Legally, I can't live on my own until I'm 18.
I did.
Good,
I'm sorry to
clearly
hear that.
20. They're welcomed by Aunt Lorraine.
Hi, from New York, it's my sister Gail. With special guest, my nephew Zach.
I instantly hate Aunt Lorraine, and she, of course, has a lame gift for him.
Make sure it fits.
Try it on right now?
Yeah, take her for a spin. Oh, I mean, come on.
You look great at that piano bar down the street called Chihuahua and Handbag.
Smooth.
He meets his neighbor named Hannah, played by Odeya Rush.
How long was the drive from New York?
Depends how long till you make a joke about his hat.
I can just tell by the pretty hat.
There you go. It's about go to hell hours.
There you
And he
go.
also meets her father, R.L. Stein, played by Jack Black.
Do you see the fence? You stay away from my daughter. You stay away from me. We won't have a problem.
Good, Jack. Now why don't you try the over-the-top one? Oh, did I mention Zach also has a dead parent?
Hopefully a change of scenery.
Really running theme
Not
with
a change
children's
of
horror
argument.
films in
Cliches, though,
general.
we'll keep
huh?
Those around.
Not sure walking in with the vice principal is the play.
He goes to school the next day where he meets a kid
Do they
named
mass
Champ, played by
manufacture
Ryan
these young
Lee.
women actresses?
So, you're the new kid.
I would imagine the same place as Disney
Besides, at
stars.
school, there must be several the new kid. And neither him nor his mom seem to fit in well.
We are so excited for Friday's fall dance. We can't stop twerking about it.
ChristianCage.mp4.
Definitely tell that her and the principal
Who did that?
have worked with kids for a long time.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Chump.
She's never talked to me before, so we're making progress.
I hope you enjoyed this live recording of my high school love life.
It's him!
The Lumify effect.
You know what the weirdest part
One
is
drop
I have the ad
dramatically
blocker
reduces
installed and then
redness for
YouTube
brighter,
updated their
whiter
garbage,
looking
so now it just doesn't work.
Hannah, though, takes a liking to Zach and even shows him a secret area where she likes to hang out.
Are you taking me somewhere to kill me? I'm just curious.
I'm playing it by ear.
Hannah? Yes, Zach, follow the stranger into the woods.
Okay, these lines were not written for this actor. These are Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, John Heder lines. And while I will give credit, this guy does bring a lot of charm to the role. Look at him. Does he look like someone the geek of the high school would say, hey, he looks similar to me, maybe we can hang? Or would be afraid a girl half his size is gonna kill him?
Birds.
Come on, scaredy cat, we're almost there.
Why are you acting so afraid of everything? You're the most intimidating looking thing on screen!
They built it years ago, but then they ran out of money.
How old's
Pretty
R.L.
cool
Stein
they continue
now?
to supply power to a place that was abandoned so long ago.
R.L. Stein's alive still, right?
What are you afraid of? I do this all the time.
I remember many years ago, he wrote like a
park scene in their
little
stupid
like
forest. That's so
TV
suburbs.
movie thing for
Why'd
Cartoon
you move to
Network.
Madison?
My
He's at
mom
least
said
70?
if you could
Christ.
live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Can we please move to Madison, Delaware?
Okay, like I said, he is a little charming. When they returned home, her father
Was just a
angry
pen
she was
name.
out to a
He's
point
not a
where
real person.
he may have killed her.
Unfortunately, Stephen King is not the same.
Hannah!
Please don't play your scenes from Mandalorian again.
Mom, Hannah's
You know,
in
I'm
trouble.
really glad I didn't watch that third season in hindsight.
She's in trouble. They call the police, played by Timothy Simons and Amanda Lund,
You're under arrest.
and they're weirdly the funniest thing in this. Yeah, how many times have you seen goofy cops, not just in kids' movies, but any movie get that many laughs? But these two really know how to make these lines work.
Do you have any idea what the penalty is for filing a false police report?
3 years.
It's close. It's a written warning.
Surround sound. I didn't know being an audiophile was a crime.
What a file?
Whoa!
Can we just follow these two?
That's not bad. That's not a bad
The
bit.
author says he does have a daughter, but she
Immediately
hasn't been around
tries
for a
to
while.
arrest
So
him.
they obviously believe him over Zach.
Immediately tries to pull gun.
I can see you. It's your sister.
Was that painfully bad ADR really needed to clarify that?
Apparently,
I know my
yeah.
performance was so subtle, perhaps you forgot me.
You know what he needs? A night in with his aunt, bedazzling. Duh.
The aunt decides
Chad,
to
I need to grab my
babysit
phone.
Zach.
It's right behind me. Hang on.
Being so close
Hang
to
on. It's right
drinking
behind me.
age, I
It's
think
right
he can
behind
look
me.
after
I'm
himself.
not going anywhere.
He sees
I'm just
Hannah
inching
again
the
in the
chair
room.
backwards.
Distracted
That's all I'm
Amanda calls
doing.
Champ over to help.
Just inching the
Not
chair
only the new
backwards.
girls, but there's a
I am
psychopath
now
Called
reaching
him
over
and
for
pretended
the
to be the
thing.
cops and asked him to come to the station.
It's all okay.
It's actually just a written
Everything's
warning.
good. I am
So some of
turning
these
on the
writers worked
thing.
on movies like Ed Wood, and sometimes it
Then I am
shows.
placing it down, and then I am coming back over here.
I think I sold some web.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's also the people who wrote Cody Banks. Champ makes the discovery, though, that they're in the house of the writer of Goosebumps.
What's he doing with a bunch of kids' books?
These aren't kids' books. Kids' books help you fall asleep. These books keep you up all night.
I don't know, they'd be like NyQuil the novel for me.
Yeah?
Hannah appears alive and well, but one of the books is
I
knocked
remember the
over and
books being in
accidentally
school, but I don't
unlocked.
remember anyone actually reading them. We meet again. We meet again.
Oh god, they opened the novelization of Red 1.
Chat, do you remember that they made a live-action
Into an
Rampage
ice ring
film
where they tried to get it back into
starring Dwayne?
Just open the book! Just wait.
Hannah, open the book!
Not yet.
Well, now we know the star of Night of the Living Dummy. Stein shows up, though, with the book to suck him back in. A pretty fair distance away. Why'd you have to wait for it to get closer, Hannah?
They were trying to, like,
I looked
pull
at
a
the trap,
difference on the
Ray.
trope where it's just wait a minute, and then they had it not work.
Mine.
What the hell is this? That pop quiz hotshot? What's going on?
They totally
Nah.
are aware he's the Goosebumps author.
You're the
but
man
he
who
denies
edits
it.
these.
So they insult his ego by saying he's the poor man Stephen King.
Steve King wishes he could write like me, and I've sold way more books than him, but nobody ever talks about that!
Okay.
Way more books!
It's a low bar, I'll be
This
honest.
movie finding out that's true.
When I was younger, I suffered from terrible
If you're at a
allergies
point
that
where you're
kept me
comparing yourself to
indoors.
Stephen King, I
And
think
all
you've
the
already
kids
lost.
threw rocks at my window and called me names.
Not because Stephen King is a high-quality
I
writer.
never spoke in my real voice and always used whatever the hell I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm figuring out about Jack Black movies. Whenever he does a believable performance, he's pretty entertaining. Jumanji, Mario Brothers, Kung Fu Panda, Tropic Thunder. Even though these are comedies, he feels real within the worlds they created, and he helps bring them to life. But when he does a silly voice like Mandalorian, Minecraft, Borderlands, or R.L. Stein, it just sounds exactly like
Honestly,
that.
I didn't
A
think it was
silly
possible
voice.
for Claptrap to
You're
be more
grounded.
annoying.
I told you to stay away from us or something bad would happen. Really good idea. He's a keeper.
Go exploring?
When?
That could be fine in a short sketch or a song, but for an hour and a half, it is so damn distracting, especially during serious moments.
I was trying to protect her. This gift of mine is a curse. You have no idea how lonely it's been until Hannah. She's different.
He sounds like Jim Carrey doing Count Olaf doing Jim Carrey. There's no way I can get into the emotion of
It's
this.
a whole backwards loop of logic, isn't it?
Impressions want to hear Jack Black's Mark Hamill.
You're giving me...
Saw the name
Oh,
Stein
what's
and
the
did a silly
word?
voice.
Goosebumps.
What did he mean by this?
Oh my god, he's so creepy.
He is? Man, I am really not the audience for this. The scariest thing is his voice giving me PTSD to his Claptrap performance.
Why don't you just punch the dummy? Once again, I would like to reiterate that the ad blocker is installed and just doesn't
Bounty,
work.
the quicker picker
Since
upper.
YouTube
America's
updated
number
their
one trusted
UI
paper towel.
for no apparent reason other than to piss me off.
What's the plan, friend? You must have brought me out for something fun.
Slappy slipped out one of the books that fell over, and he uses his new freedom to release other monsters from their literary prison.
That one's a real page turner.
How does he reach the petals?
Good question.
We're here to remind you there's 2 little monsters ripping up kitchen scenes this year.
No, please, I
I
already
have to
ruined
simply
Gulliver's
rip
Travels.
Chucky in half like Shao Kahn.
Why couldn't you have written stories about rainbows
Stop
and
bringing
unicorns?
logic into
That
this.
doesn't sell 400 million copies.
Yoga porn stars can't suck their dick as well as this movie. Oh, thank God, at least the cops are back in the story.
I was frozen!
No, I'm too depressed. They were the best part of the movie. What the hell are you doing? You better have damn great writing coming up to make up for their absence.
Oh my god, Dad! Dad, what happened to you? Oh, thank God. Guys, false alarm. It's not my dad.
Did I mention one of the writers at Turbo worked on this too?
Oh, God.
They figure out Stein could just write a book where all the monsters are destroyed, which is actually a pretty clever plan. But he says he needs a specific typewriter.
Every story I've ever written was on that Smith Corona. It's not just me. That typewriter is special. It has a soul of its own.
I know, I wrote a story about called Typey the Ghostwriter Typewriter. That one took 2 days for me to write.
It looks like the typewriter is at the school.
You ever
Of
think
course,
about the
while a
fact
dance
that
is going on.
I have
better
no mouth
be
and
witches
I'm a
that look like
scream
drag
was
queens
written in
doing
one
a song
night.
number. So they drive on over.
I think about it a lot. Like
It's the
a lot.
invisible boy. He's a menace.
Oh man, what crazy ideas are we gonna do with this? Guess we're done there. Just throw in a giant bug or some lazy shit like that.
I don't remember writing about a giant praying mantis. Right, now I remember.
It was the author's
Made
random
you remember? I
side
don't want to
thing.
know how your mind works. The car crashes though in front of a store.
That is a hell of a side hustle.
Why'd you have to come up with something so freaky?
I just have a knack for it, I guess.
Granted, that might have been one of my other writers.
Lemonade, grape, or strawberry?
Good God, man. Here, orange.
Just to double check, the monkey? This. I'm so glad people read these to appreciate good horror in the
That
future.
it overshadowed the big project he was
Actually,
working
another
on.
monster is found inside.
What are you doing?
It's the werewolf of Fever Swamp. He can smell my scent.
When you start to look at the Space Jam movies and say, you know, maybe they weren't that much a commercial. They outrun the werewolf and run into Lorraine in the back.
You know that bit in Monster Squad where they blow up
Hello.
Wolfman with
I don't
TNT
think
and he
we've
just
been
like
properly
reconstitutes
introduced.
himself because it wasn't
I'm-
silver?
I'm Lorraine.
Hello, R.L. Stein.
As the other pudgy, non-funny person in this movie, I suggest we hook up. They take a shortcut through the cemetery where Zach makes a big discovery.
Wolfman's got nards.
What is it?
My God, R.L. Stein, Ghost Row, Twilight! Nah, even he's not that bad. He can't give much thought to it, though, as zombies come alive and chase after
His
him.
daughter's fictional? Is that what I'm
They've
getting
come
out of that?
Out of the book? Oh, who cares?
I'm stuck. Go on without me. Save yourself. Okay, good luck. I didn't mean it. I'll kill him. Where is that little imbecile?
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what happens when he catches up with Champ.
Did they put my typewriter away? No, it was this way. It might have been the other way.
Guess they dropped that one too. You know, jokes are a lot easier when we don't have to include a punchline.
Uh.
Zach tells Stein that he's aware that Hannah is one of his creations.
I wrote her in such a way that she thinks she's real, and she is real to me, Zach.
I don't expect you to understand. Actually, I do.
I'm a forgettable generic character myself. They both agree they have to look out for Hannah, which hopefully isn't for too much longer, as they found the typewriter.
So start writing.
Yes, but what's the story?
Monsters lose, good guys win the end.
No. It doesn't work unless it's a real Goosebumps story with twists and turns and frights.
You have to follow a loop of logic that a
Goosebumps
narrative
story.
actually
Just write the
would.
blank of blank and you'll have something.
Isn't this just Alan Wake? Isn't this the exact
Please
plot of
provide
Alan
a
Wake?
website to
By
tell
the way,
fans what's going on. Surprisingly, they don't believe him.
Monsters have invaded Madison.
He's right. It's the boogeyman. And he's picking his nose.
Really captured the voice of the youth, didn't they?
He's picking his nose.
Wait until you hear my rendition of Jingle Bells, which may include a certain odorous crime fighter. I will give credit, they do believe him pretty fast, so they don't drag that out too long. As they're told, Stein is already working on a story to trap them.
They're R.L. Stein's monsters. He's here and he can fix this. And don't worry, he's a very quick writer.
The first thing said about the books I agree with.
I'm going to strike down everyone that puts their ads on YouTube at some point. They're all going to be struck down with a righteous fury the likes of which you will never be able to comprehend. Only then will everything be intact once more.
What a diva. It's not me.
Can this entire family go over a fucking cliff? Jesus Christ.
We should be helping.
We should be leaving.
Who are we again? Oh, that girl we saw for like a second that Champ waved to. I guess that's enough time to have them get together.
You saved my life, Champ.
It's actually Champ.
The pants, lose them. But shouldn't we talk more? You literally got my
I
name
said
up.
lose 'em.
Yes, ma'am. Slappy stopped Stein from finishing his story. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather just watch the school stage production of The Shining. But Zach and Hannah scare him off.
Dummy broke my fingers. I was almost finished. Only 1 or 2 pages left.
It was the longest I ever took to write one of my stories. However, Stein
Why
thinks
don't you
about
just
handing
defeat the
himself.
dummy? Why don't you just rip the dummy's head
I need
off?
to do this alone. I've been running away from people my whole life. I was so angry at the real world that I created these terrible monsters.
Again, it's hard to care when you're sounding more and more like a South Park voice. We must get them to the National Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes.
It was clear there was
Good
only
bit.
one place in the park left to hide.
I can't type while I'm walking.
You know, back when the show was worth watching.
They hide in the amusement park where Stein says Zach has to finish the book. Wait, I thought it had to be Stein the whole time. What are stupid rules is he making up? Again, I don't always finish my own work. But Zach accidentally writes that all the creations go back into the books, including Hannah.
If we open the book, that means...
It means I'll be stuck on a shelf someplace forever.
Trust me, if I'm this boring as a character, nobody's gonna want to read my story.
You know?
How many sweet 16s can one girl have?
She comes to grips
You know,
with
fair
her
enough.
existence in the most underwhelming way possible. Hey, he really does know how to write a Stein ending. And all the creations go back on paper. Don't worry, I'll write a less suicidal one next time. Actually, I'm not too far off, as when the town goes back
Getting
to
a
normal.
girlfriend and finding out she's fictional. I wish I had a fictional girlfriend.
Let's go together.
I really feel like we've grown the 1 minute of screen time we shared when all the chaos was going on.
Maybe
Hello,
one
Mr.
day
Stein.
Chris
Hello,
Chan's
Mr.
prophecy
Black.
will come
He's
to
the new
life.
drama teacher.
And yeah, okay, that's
When
kind
the
of
merger
We
comes.
get this scene.
And only then will the anime girls be in my arms.
And in there. And also right over there.
Okay, that was good. I'll admit when there's a good joke.
I may have written.
Why didn't he write himself a wife?
This one is doing a commercial break for Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, you're welcome for unlocking that buried memory. I know, I guess they did follow through on the Invisible Boy joke.
It's an invisible boy. You can defeat him in single
God, it's the
combat.
scariest scene of all! Realizing this should have been done as an animated film! Done in the style of those awesome covers! I mean, for God's sakes, you were pretending it was animated already!
Yeah.
And that was the Goosebumps movie. I think it goes without saying it's not for me.
I don't think it was for much of
both
anyone.
The books and the film have a following, and I guess there's nothing really harmful in it for kids. It's not awful or anything like that, it's just everything I usually don't like about Goosebumps. It's safe, bland, and feels watered down. I guess I was spoiled with the messed up shit I grew up with, but honestly, if this was
back
your
when
jam
art
growing
had
up,
soul to
I
it.
guess I can see a little something to it. Not every kid's gonna see the Universal monster movies or read a lot of gothic classics, so maybe stories like this are a good introduction to get them into the classic icons and spooky ideas. Maybe the film is a celebration of that. Kids having fun with the first time they saw werewolves, killer clowns, or talking dummies, preparing them for the actual scary werewolves, killer clowns, and talking dummies. And again, it got so many kids into reading, it's really hard not to see the upside of that. I think I was just the wrong audience at the wrong time.
You know, they only ever made me read
Hit you
2
in just
books
the
in
right
school.
way, then this movie's a great send-up to them. But if you never found yourself
Technically
getting
3,
into
I
them,
guess. I read the
then
first
this
2 Harry
is the
Potter
slappy
books.
I'm probably gonna put on again.
And I read Around the World in 80 Days.
And that about does it for Nostalgia Ween. Thank you for joining me again.
Unthrilling experience.
Yeah, I wonder how they're holding up with those 80s PG movies. Oh, you watch Poltergeist without me? I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. You know those were real dead bodies they used in that pool scene?
Yeah, that part always got to me.
We can't stop twerking about it.
All right, that's enough of that.